What's up, everybody? It's Alan from Breaking and Entering. We are here hanging out in Walker's Point. We're at Can for the open mic event. We got Rich P with us, none other than Rich P.
What's going on?
How you feeling tonight, man?
Feeling good, man. It feel good to, be seen, man.
Yeah, be out of here.
Yeah, and the weather getting nice.
Yeah,
So
exactly. You just dropped a project.
I did. The day after part one, which is the third part of a trilogy of EPs that I been putting out since 2020.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the genesis for being like? Did you always know that it was gonna be a 3-part, or I guess maybe longer than that series?
So it was always intended to be a trilogy, but I broke the last one up into 2 parts because I had a lot of songs on that last one. So I've been recording records from 2020 up until the point where the last part of the trilogy was finished.
Sure.
So a lot of those songs, it was like 30 of them. So I just broke it up. But I knew I wanted it to be a trilogy, and the point of it was to kind of like bookmark my growth throughout the projects. Because I recorded everything. It's just me growing within my engineer stuff,
right?
Playing with my style a little bit.
Yeah. Did you know when you were making some records, like this one's gonna go on the day of, this one's gonna go on the day after, or was it kind of more linear?
It was more linear. As I was recording whichever piece I was recording for that one.
Okay.
And then anything that didn't make those, I would have, in the vault the day after Perfect Vault.
Yeah.
Which is the whole thing was based on Chasing Perfection. That's where the whole basis
concept
came
of it from. Okay.
But anything that didn't make those first 2, I put to the side.
Sure.
And that's why I ended up with so many songs that could have been chosen for the last piece.
Yep.
But I decided to kind of like, break it up.
Okay.
The first 2 only had like 5 or 6 records on them. And this one got, I believe, 11.
Okay.
So
it was a full album on this one. Yeah. There are other songs too, other projects that came out in between then too.
Oh yeah.
How do you manage keeping all of those going and saying, okay, I want to do this one, but this trilogy is still happening while this is going on?
So I looked at it kind of like how they do the Marvel stuff.
Okay.
Where it's like you got this main storyline.
Yeah.
But then you got these chapters in between.
Sure.
So what it turned out to be unconsciously was after every project, I did a collab album.
Okay.
So after the day before, I did the collab album with Drace, 27. And then after the day, the day before.
The day before, okay.
And now when I did the day of, after that I did put out Enriched with Describe. And then now with the day after, me and J Carr actually have a collab project that we looking to put out this summer.
Okay.
So, but I want to finish it up by the end of the year. So I'm looking to put part 2 out like in the winter of this year.
Okay.
Just so I can kind of.
And that just happened to coincidentally happen, right? That all those collabs were happening in between.
So the Drace thing was definitely spontaneous.
Okay.
Enriched, we had been working on. I want to say even a couple years prior to the day before.
Okay.
Even coming out. And then the project with me and J Carr, we've been working on that for a while too.
Okay.
We're just trying to find a good place for it.
Sure.
Because he understood as well, like at this point, I was spreading my creativity like a little bit too thin, I think.
Okay.
To where I felt like I needed to focus wholly on one thing, which is why I feel like the day after came out the way that it did.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So with these records, if this is your Marvel universe, does that open the door for possibly the Rich P like multiverse where like you can do a totally different version of, the day before, the day after, but
Yeah,
it's
like
you
some.
if you had like a whole different persona of like, or a different style of rapping?
Yeah, so I'm actually, that's one of the things I kind of am exploring. Like I got different styles and cadences on this latest project that you could tell it's me, but vocally it's kind of like who is that actually?
Right.
You know, even like the word choice,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, like kind of the bars that I'm using are different. You
Okay.
know what I mean? But I would love to do something like that. I want to do something that's not necessarily, I want to say not hip hop, but
In a little bit of a different lane kind of thing.
yeah, like you know who Krang been
Yeah,
Krang?
yeah.
Like I want to do an album with them kind of shit. Like
I want to see that.
that
I want to see
I
the Rich P Karangbin.
man, that would be
I don't think we're ready for that. That would be wild. I would love it. What's next on the table for you though, as far as the summer goes, and like the immediate future?
So we I got a show coming up for the Share the Vibes Festival. That's in July.
Okay.
For the Big Beat MKE, got a performance for that coming up in June. Um, what else we got going on? Basically Summerfest coming up. Um, the MKE Live Groove
Oh
Edition.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're out here. You've got stuff. You're
Yeah,
performing.
we're gonna be pretty busy this summer, man. Last year was kind of bad. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was a hard year, but I was still creating,
Right.
um, like a pressure cooker almost, where it's like now we took the lid off, and this year, you know,
It's you're on. It's go
yeah,
time for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Well, if people want to find you, follow you, where's the best place to go ahead and do that at?
They can find me. You can go to Google and type in Richie P Goldchain. Richie Richie P dot Goldchain, and everything you need it just pop up
Perfect.
on
Love
Google.
it. There we go. Well, thank you for doing this. Don't forget to stay tuned to Breaking and Entering, breakingandentering.net, and all of our social media for even more coverage of the Milwaukee music scene.